back on their ass. Don't go to the mall, no more in partake. Cause beneficial shit is all that I'm weighing. The shit, and that is apparent. I'm raising these niggas like I'm their parent. I see that fake shit cause it is transparent. And I got that bitch you in love with Stan. I'm back in my bag, and these niggas mad. Cause jet like some pants, I'm back on their ass. Don't go to the mall, no more in partake. Cause beneficial shit is all that I'm weighing. The shit, and that is apparent. I'm raising these niggas like I'm their parent. I see that fake shit cause it is transparent. And I got that bitch you in love with Stan.
Yeah, because it wasn't up.
No, I actually met her at Louisiana Bistro, and she was drunk talking, and that's the one who helped me make the Crown Royal jacket. That's the one who helped me make that jacket.
That's dope.
Look, thinking to myself, why the hell I can't keep my hands to myself? She gon' boot it, let me beat it till it's out of breath. We can't do no back and forth, ain't no rocket ship. Up against the wall, arm in her chest, she look like a T-Rex. If I erupt now, I wouldn't eject. Fuck a thinking cap, get your brain in order. You know them perks be on my ass, need a restraining order. Oh, I can't keep my hands off, yo. I keep throwing bands on you. I became a fan of you, girl. Fucking only fan. The hump on her back ain't from Notre Dame. She gon' do it like it's for the gram. I became a fan of you. I can't keep my hands off yo. Tiger stripe, cheetah print. Make me snap the glove off, leave a fingerprint. You a breath of fresh air, heaven sent. I might leave it in there, evident. I drop, syrup on her pancake. I hop, show me what that bird do. Livestock, big brr. I get in and get shite. Big brr, super bad. Mick loving, look like Mick brr. Wanna be my boo thing. She know I walk around with knots like a shoestring. Fucking with me, it gon' get deep. Wu-Tang. Oh, I can't keep my hands off yo. I keep throwing bands on yo. I became a fan of you, girl. Fucking only fan. The hump on her back ain't from Notre Dame. She gon' do it like it's for the gram. I became a fan of you. I can't keep my hands off yo.
I wasn't cold at first, and then that I was like, okay, I've been standing. Hello. Standing out here a little too long time.
I can see by the mother girls hating on you, the way you rock, the way you move, the way you do. You get that money, but stay out the way, you keep it cool. I don't know, but see you know something about you, something different about you, something different about you.
No, she doesn't. She's just a designer.
Something different about you, something different about you.
She makes all her clothes from scratch. And her dad is her inspiration. Her dad was a fashion designer when he was alive, and he passed away, so she took on his legacy. And Bengali actually came from him.
What's the name of the brand?
Bingoli. That's the name that he originally named his company. He never got to name it out, so she named her company Bingoli.
Okay, so that's what he got. That's what he got.
Microphone is on. God.
All this shit keep turning me on. Baby girl, you doing me wrong. something different about you. I don't know what it is, something different about you.
It's hard to get to you and I don't know how to get in and I don't know if you're extravagant. I don't wanna fight, argue. I just rather roll up, pop bottle. I don't wanna fight, argue. I just rather roll up, pop bottle. Can we just smoke instead of fighting all the time? I know you got a lot on your mind, and I know you say it's unladylike, but it been one hell of a night. So can we just smoke instead of fighting all the time? I know you got a lot on your mind, and I know you say it's unladylike, but it been one hell of a night. So can we just go and blow? So can we just go and blow? I know your friends, they never like me. They don't see what you see in me. Even though they saying that the mountain was me. She was there, but she want me. Can we just be honest? We making money. Why you tripping? Why you acting funny? I'm trying my best just to love you, but you make it so hard. I promise to God I don't even wanna fight or argue. You tripping? Why bother? Hey, it's hard to get to you and I don't know how to get in and I don't know what to do. I don't wanna fight or argue. I just rather roll up, pop bottle. I don't wanna fight or argue. I just rather roll up, pop bottle. Can we just smoke? It's hard to get to you and I don't know how to get in and I don't know what I'm doing.
It's hard to get to you and I don't know what I get in and I don't know what I'm doing.
Everything I do is fucking fantastic. I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. Look at how I'm moving, bitch, I'm fantastic. Ask me how I'm doing, fantastic. Rap form is the moving, bitch, we fantastic. Better rapping music, yeah, it's fantastic. Money in my pocket, yeah, it's fantastic. All about the profit, fantastic. Money stretch elastic, walk out the bank, I'm feeling fantastic. I do this shit with no practice, look how I'm whipping through traffic. Look how I get with the fashion, I'm so drippy, just get me a napkin. I'm in the club with a pretty old bad bitch, all of my hoes are glitty and ratchet. This is my passion, flipping the pin and the pad is really fantastic. Most of my niggas still trapping, pull up on you, deliver the package. Riggedy rack to the master, trash they jumping, doing a backflip. This shit beat, produced by the Bachelor, acts I'm doing fantastic. Everything I do is fucking fantastic. I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. Look at how I'm moving, bitch, I'm fantastic. Ask me how I'm doing, fantastic. Rap form is the moving, bitch, we fantastic. Better rapping music, yeah, it's fantastic. Money in my pocket, yeah, it's fantastic. All about the profit, fantastic. Look at my wrist, it's the coolest. Look at my click, we really a movement. I get that chicken produce shit, nigga, we are too lit to defuse it. Problem in a solution. Walk in the club, the bitches are choosing. Out of this world, not really a human. Swavatar Jack, considered a mutant. Nigga, I'm zooted. I got the pimp in the hookah. Bitch, I'm the future. I took a trip in the Buick. Me and my bitch are bricking a fupa. Switch to a lift for an Uber. I cannot sit with a rooster. I get that chicken chalupa. That nigga produced it. Everything I do is fucking fantastic. I woke up this morning feeling fantastic. Look at how I'm moving, bitch, I'm fantastic. Ask me how I'm doing, fantastic. Rap form is the moving,
keep going, stack all your paper.
Get in that bag, get in that bag, get in that bag.
Get in that bag, get in that bag, get in that bag.
Get in that bag, get in that bag, get in that bag.
Get in that bag, get in that bag, get in that bag.
Drop that thing like a hot potato. Yeah, you know that I got a check. Hope she know I'm doing no favors. I'm the future like John Connor. Now I'm back like the Terminator. Try high if you want to. Double back just to terminate you.
Lord knows I'm a freak of nature. Double back to obliterate you. Last days, but I'm no savior. Hold my own, I'm shy of favors.
You young niggas don't make no sense. Y'all don't make no sense. Literally don't make no sense. That's why y'all got no consent.
Man, these niggas don't make no sense. Claiming they ballin' but riding a bench. Hey, a nigga like me, my Grinch. Still your hoe and then repent. Yeah, smoking that good old shit. I been at it since legit. Yeah.
My red hurt. Go be served. Back in the game and I'm packing. She knowin' what happened. Please just magic. Track. I'm like a rapper.
Feel like a dragon. Zaza, I'm dragging. Shit that be going on in my head, you can only imagine. Do it all for that bread in my trendy fashion. Mixed with a little bit of passion. Might cause a chain reaction.
Keep them neighbors of our business. They don't even know we know. They really going ham. These niggas just too slow.
Man, hey, get in my hype first, and then we get to the conversing. Talking about fight, mine going out bad, I spit and bursting. My bitch shit light skin, stabbing guts until it's gushing. Zaza ignites, when I'm on my level, can't tell me nothing. That nigga litchy, he be mega gitchy. Yeah, game flow so Fiji, got her coochie Fiji. Yeah, she super needy, plus that coochie meaty. Ooh, if you talk greasy, then your face a freebie. Man, I've been stepping since I adolescent. Ay, continue stressing while I'm counting blessings. When shit get strange, I'ma grip that weapon. Here you talking, nigga, don't test me, I ain't failed the lesson.
Drop that thing like a hot potato. Yeah, you know that I got a check. Hope she know I'm doing no favors. I'm the future like John Connor. Now I'm back like the Terminator. Try high if you want to. Double back just to terminate you. Woo. Drop that thing like a hot potato.
Smithers, release the hounds. This is AR Galore, man, piping in with my dysfunctional family, man. Welcome to the dinner table. Pull up and say something constructive. Love y'all.
Welcome back, family.
Love that. Welcome back, family.
What's down?
Come back and say something constructive. What'd he say?
That's right.
Say something constructive.
It's about to be a constructive show. Thanks for tuning in.
What's up?
I got Kid Cody in the building.
Kid.
Not Kid Cody.
That is
Cool
not
Kid
my name.
Cody.
Cool Kid Cody.
Shorty dime, you know what I mean?
Never mind. Sorry. CCC, not KKK.
Sugar, what it do? Sugar Shay in the building. Say what's happening.
What's up, family? Been what, 2 weeks now? Missed
It has
y'all.
been 2
2
weeks.
weeks it has.
Oh, wow.
Cody, you feeling good?
I feel great.
I missed you.
I missed you, too.
I don't think I could do this without you.
Oh,
You missed me. Oh, wow. Oh,
I missed all of you.
I'm blushing.
Get okay.
Oh,
Too
wow.
dark to blush. But okay.
Turn to purple.
That was purple in the book.
Dark.
No.
Shout
so
out to
how
all
was?
my blue people.
Yes.
Wow.
Shout out to all my black
You
people.
know, we blue. And I love
Anyway,
No, he said blue.
how was y'all week?
was
With an
good.
S. There's an S at the end of that.
Weeks it was good. Let me go first. My week was good. It was excellent. You know, nothing bad happened. You know, just staying busy. You know what I mean? Just keep it grinding. You know, in the phase of just educating myself. You know what I mean, on a few
I feel like we need
things.
some
So you
Christmas
know,
music.
but all in all, it's been excellent. How about your week?
My weeks. I said weeks because it's
an S.
it's been 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So that's all for you. That was
Yeah,
very
I'm good.
vague, Bradley.
I'm good. Yeah.
Very.
Hey, it's
very
not-
vague.
Sometimes not everybody business, but go ahead.
My weeks have been great. Actually, we just came from around. What? What'd you see?
I see you working. Damn, I think. Look, you know.
Oh no,
people-
because I
you
was
can't-
talking and you
can't
interrupted me.
You can't get a word out messing around with Cody, like for real. But go ahead.
Don't do that. But yes, I have been working. I was going to say, we just came from back around Thanksgiving time, right?
Right.
I was really sick that entire time. I was.
Did you get to eat good food?
Oh, I cooked good food. Let me tell you something. I made me a Cajun turkey. No, not turkey. Chicken.
So you burned it.
No.
Because normally when black people say
Really
it's
great.
Cajun, it's burnt.
It was really sweet,
And that's just the cover
savory,
up. Shut up.
and a little spicy. Why are you being a hater? I can
ain't-
cook.
I ain't.
You can cook.
I can cook.
I haven't tasted it, but I've seen the
I
footage,
And it's
doubt
it's
that.
great.
and I can't wait to
It's a
actually.
pretty-
It's great.
Pretty
That
people
salmon meal that
Girl,
you made,
what? That
If
thing
you could just
nice
make-
and savory.
just make mine medium, and I'm gonna be right over
You know
there.
what?
Okay.
You posted it online and it was still bleeding. Nah.
Get out of here! Can you not do that? But anyways, okay. So I was down sick, but I was still moving around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I healed. So I more so come into. I was happy. I was a thankful Thanksgiving. You know.
You around family?
I was around family. My mom and my mans.
Yeah.
With an S.
Yeah.
Can you get off me, please?
That's an apostrophe S.
Get off me. Relax. I only got one.
It's an apostrophe in there.
All
But anyways,
jokes, all jokes.
yeah. And then we come into this week. This week has been pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any complaints about it.
It ain't gonna help none anyway.
I've been working, like you said. I have a few skits out with Jamal the Creative, and when I tell y'all, it is so funny. It is funny.
Make sure y'all wear pajamas in that scene.
Pajamas?
Yeah.
Yeah, why pajamas?
So y'all wear
You know, I did realize every skit that you do, that booty be out.
It be out. I mean, it's there.
You be having
there.
booty shorts on. Look, no, it was one guy in the comments that was
What'd he
like,
say?
"Look at them yams." That's
know,
all I
the
could see the
yeeks.
whole time.
The yeeks. But yeah, definitely tune in, tap
Nah.
into his YouTube.
It said
It's,
yams. It said
his-
YAMS.
Oh,
It
but
said
his-
all I
but
could
his
see the
comment.
whole time was the yams.
Me and Mr. Nelson gonna have a meeting.
Oh, you need to relax.
If Mr. Nelson is okay, then you need to mind
You
you.
need to mind your business. But anyways, yeah. So I have other skits outside, and you know that's one thing we also need to talk about too, is being in the craft. You know what I mean? But also knowing boundaries still, and also being more creative than just the stereotypical type of funny things. You know,
Right.
or either the most popular things too.
It's a message.
Speaking of stereotypes, let me go get this bell because I feel like we gonna be needing this today.
Okay, and now we're here. Yeah. But tune in, y'all. If y'all want to get laugh, I say look at the skits. That's what's been going on with me these past couple of weeks.
That's what's up, man. Got a fun packed show, and then we have a special guest coming up at 7 o'clock. But let me just run through the topics real quick, y'all. And look, y'all may want to share this clip right here, because y'all know our relationship segment is one of our biggest segment, and I think I'm really about to hit home with some of this. But ladies, do women accept the advances of women? Do women accept the advances of men just so there won't be no smoke? You know what I mean? Also, in business, as this is an entrepreneurial generation, it's millennials and the digital age that's coming up and stuff. We're more entrepreneurial and more of giving products and services. In the beginning stages, should we give should we give out product for free at first, or should we just charge all the time? All right. And then also, more women is being killed, harassed, stalked. Men giving advice on how to help. Stop it, says Cody. But isn't it the man's, with the S, responsibility not to be weird? I can't wait for that one. Also, there's a food shortage coming up in the USA. Not enough workers to help push out product. Too many entrepreneurs. ? What's up, y'all? We ain't about to starve, is we? You know what I mean? And then also, is there a cutoff number for the amount of children a person can have when in a relationship? You know, especially when you don't have any.
I just want to say this right now. This Christmas music is taking me out while you're reading these topics. He's so serious, and no, don't turn it down. It's just like the Christmas. Jerry thought tonight, oh, jingle bells, jingle bells. Like he's reading these topics. Yeah, but go ahead. You got it.
Shika fell asleep at the board. It's all good. And could you date somebody with a child that is close to your age?
Ooh, that's
real good right
close
there.
to my age.
You know what I mean? And is buying another man or woman food considered cheating? Ooh.
This is actually one of our most watching followers that actually subscribed. They asked me that question. I said, your question is gonna go up this week.
Hey,
Want to start with that one?
I love it. Yeah, let's start with that one. And let me go first on that one. So the question is, people, is buying another man/woman food considered cheating? My answer to that is it's about the motive behind on why you did it. You know what I mean? Everything comes down to the motive on why you're doing it, the heart of a matter. You know what I mean? Because if I saw a homeless woman and, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and I buy some food, you know what I mean, then you know the circumstances.
So you telling me that you can't just buy somebody some food just because they look good? Like, have a good day. I know you're hungry.
That's a form of cheating. I mean, if you're in a relationship, you know, you have to be real careful. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't want my woman doing for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So again, you know, it just goes back to the motive on why. And to answer your question, to the reason that you gave me, just because of what I'm hearing, but you said because they look good. So am I flirting with the person by buying them something? You know what I mean? Hey, you look good. Let me go ahead and get you this 10 piece. Okay, I'm flirting at
Why
that point.
10 piece? Why can't it be a steak or something?
Or whatever it is.
You on a date then?
You know what I'm saying?
Hello?
Or you know, whatever it is. But, you know, but my formal answer for that question, it depends on the motive, on why you did something. You know, if you just did something just out of the kindness, just to be kind, you know what I'm saying? You've seen a sister out there, whatever. She with her kid.
How you gonna
they look like
okay, so like one of those moments where, you know, you're in the drive-through line and people pay for your stuff in front of you. That type of thing?
Yeah.
That's okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
But if it's like...
That's okay. That's okay. I've had that.
I see you about to pay for some food and I'm not trying to holler at you. I just gonna buy you food for you.
Well, there you go. There's the motive. I'm not trying to holler. I just wanted to bless you. I just want to say, hey.
Shanti, what you think?
You know what I mean?
I definitely can second Tyshawn's answer. I definitely think it has to do with the...
Y'all been after me for like a year. But okay.
Anyways, you do make
Not
valid points, just not all the time. I give credit where it's due. I do feel like if you are buying someone food with the intent of getting something out of it, that's one thing. Hell, shit, one of your friends done brought me and my boyfriend food one time, and I was just like,
My friend?
people do that?
My friend?
Yeah.
Don't
One of the close friends.
Don't start no shit now. I'm joking.
Anyways.
And you've been on my neck all day since we started just now. Okay?
Now, if I would have told the man where
me.
the food, that somebody else paid for the food, he would have probably got mad. But that's just his mindset. It's also a part of your mindset, too. I feel like the maturity level of your mind also has to play a factor, whether you feel like it's cheating or not. And if it's innocent, then it's just damn innocent. If you feel some type of way, it's probably because if you did it, it would mean...
It's what's going on in your head.
I mean, before this whole COVID thing and we was in the office, our manager would buy lunch for the office all the damn time. Like every Tuesday.
But that's
hey,
The
y'all,
Office.
That's what I'm saying. But he, you know what I'm saying. But some of them folks in there married. Some of them women in there married or
What
whatever.
does that
and they
mean?
just-
It's food.
But that's The
like you
Office.
feeding people up.
I get it, but you see, his motive was pure. That's
Right.
what I'm getting at. That's what I'm.
But
getting
you
at.
have to think about your
No.
motive when you just buying people food. Like you can't just say, "Oh, you hungry?" You know what I'm saying? Like even if it's
Yeah.
a stranger or somebody like
But that's
that.
still a pure motive, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You wasn't trying to get at him.
Okay.
You know? Do you get that? I don't feel like you didn't get that. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
been got it, but I'm just trying to figure out like.
It's just the motive.
Did you say like there's married people at a job? Now you gave a job description, Shanti. Like that's just work. Like they supposed to feed you.
Well, no,
Hello?
they not supposed to feed you.
Whatever. Anyway.
Shoot, when I worked at the
feed
when
you.
I worked at the doctor's office, it might have been 1 or 2 days, max 2 days, 2 days in the week, and we ain't got no
if it
food.
don't- if it-
Where is all these folks that's trying to get us to sell their medicine? Where is y'all at?
Man, your job is not.
But then, like you
supposed
said,
to feed
it's a
you.
motive. Like you know,
You know?
Yeah, that was a motive. They wanted
that's
us to,
funny.
to sell and
Brad-
promote their
Bradley, at
product.
the end of the day, it sounds like you're kind of right.
There we go. Thank you. Give me one. Give
No,
me the start.
that's the only one
Under
you're gonna
my
get
name.
today
That's
because you know
one.
what?
I know. Y'all hear
I'm
that?
just gonna
They
let
be-
you know it's the only
That was the
one.
good. That was the good bell.
They be after me.
So in that case, it's not fully considered cheating.
No, it's not cheating.
It's not. That was the question that was being asked. Is it considered cheating if a man or
A woman.
a woman buying food for someone else?
Mm-hmm.
It's not, because you can go on platonic like dates, like friends,
Base of the motive.
but the motive is to have a good time.
Because you can
if
be
you're
friends.
going to have a good time
Check this out.
and
We
your
in the
friends, let me finish saying what I got to say because you was just yapping, wasn't you?
All right.
Trying to cut me off, boo boo.
All right.
Shoot, I done bought Bradley some food. I damn
That's
sure
what I'm
ain't want
saying.
his
That
ass.
was my
It
birthday.
comes down to
Exactly,
That
the
was my
motive.
birthday.
The motive.
the motive. But
The
yeah,
motive was
I want
celebrate.
I want you putting it out
because
there.
Bradley,
like,
you done
like
bought me some food before.
Like you taking
Yeah.
care of me.
Yeah.
No,
Did you buy,
no.
Ashanti
I'm
food?
not taking care of none of my
And
men's
why?
on this
Because
show.
You
Yeah.
want to have a good time,
I just
right?
bought everybody around the drinks. You know, Sugar want a beer. Shorty want her water. Well, you know what I'm saying?
This man said drinks like we
Anyways,
was at the damn
I don't
cocktail
think it's
bar.
full on cheating. I agree with you for sure. Like it depends on the motive, absolutely. Because if you're buying someone, but why just food? Is it just anything?
It could be. Well,
So if you buy a girl some panties,
yeah, girl, I want to see you in this motherfucker. Yeah.
I
then
think
that's
these
the
are
wrong
good.
intent.
Yeah. We're gonna go with that one.
You know what? That's a good one, right?
All right,
You-
next
you
topic.
can't be like, I got a
Right,
pure
so-
motive behind this. I think you're gonna look good in this shit, girl.
I don't know why I didn't know he was gonna run with that.
But wait a minute before we move on. Damn it, I had some. All right. So I was in discussion with someone, and we was.
Spit it out. You done already started.
I hate diving.
Spit it
I
out.
hate diving into my life, my personal life, for real.
Who
anything
said
like
it?
that.
We
But
wouldn't
okay,
even
but I will
know.
say this.
We
But I will
wouldn't
say
even
this.
know.
I will say this.
It's a
I will
family.
say this.
It's
There was a time back in the day, like if a couple was to come in together, and the man that starts talking, that whoever that person was talking to, they would deal with that man. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Like say for instance, I gave this example, but we don't see this in this generation of where say for instance, Cody caught a flat tire or whatever, right? And she need a ride home, right? But we at we I don't want to say this because Cody gonna trip, but just say me and somebody
Why do
else.
you
Me
put
and
my name in
somebody-
the motherfucking box? Put my name in the box. Like you
Cody
can't say that shit no more.
Cody gonna trip. And I hope,
You can't say that shit no more.
Let me break this
That.
down. Let me break this down. Like say for instance, if me and my girl, right, we together and we go somewhere, right, to like a friend's house party or whatever, and or we host a house party, and one of my girl's girlfriend, you know what I mean, one of her friends or whatever, her car breaks down, and she needs a ride home. It would be considered disrespectful for her to come to me and ask for a ride home and bypass my girl.
Yeah,
feel
that's
me?
disrespectful,
You feel
especially
what
if your
I'm
girl
saying?
right there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't supposed to ask me for shit, but where's the bathroom? Or something like that. You know, something cordial or something, you know what I mean? But if you bypassing my girl, talking straight to me. Hey, can you pick me up from work? Or hey, can you this and that? Now you speak to my girl.
How do you have my number?
And my girl give me the okay.
Wait, the girl called
to
you?
give you
Why does she
a
have your
ride home.
number?
No, this didn't. What? No, I mean, like.
That's a legit ass question. Why the girl got your number and she can contact you?
No, just stay with me.
I
right?
am with you. I'm just trying to go along.
If me and my girl, we throwing a house party, whatever, and one of my girls, her friend car breakdown or whatever, and she needs a ride home, she not supposed to ask me directly. She asks my woman, and my woman give me the okay. Hey, take my friend such and such home with her car broke down, or go handle that flat tire or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see that in today's, you know what I'm saying? And then I said, and you wonder why your man end up sleeping with, you know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
With your cousin or sleeping with your friend
Break
or something
it down,
like
Bradley,
that.
because
You know
you
what I
just
mean?
talking in circles.
I'm not
so
talking
pretty
in
much,
No, I kind of.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So you're saying since we don't have trust in our significant
No, we don't
others-
have that etiquette.
No, he's saying if me and you are friends and you're his girlfriend and I come to him and say, can you fix my flat tire, instead of saying, hey girl, my tire went flat, can you figure out what we gonna do, can you ask your mans? Like, it's proper etiquette for me to talk to you because you're my friend. I'm not gonna
What are
talk
you
to
saying
your
that's not happening now?
That's exactly what I said. Yeah, girl, you wanted today. Ooh, you wanted
Shut up, Tasha.
Yeah, you get that.
It's
You
my
get that?
clarity, Crystal.
Yeah, she's not supposed to have a direct contact.
That's why I said. So why does she got your number?
On personal stuff. I said
It's not a
call
number,
me
it's in
when she
person.
got my
It's
number,
in
but-
person?
Yeah, they at a
You know what I'm
party.
saying? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those boundaries are being overstepped and crossed. Like, ain't
Or
no way in
are they
hell.
really, or is it the person that's doing it that isn't right? You get what I'm saying? Because not everybody out there doing that. There's people who respect your relationship and respect your friendships to where they speak to the correct person first. Not everybody doing that. The person that's doing that, they got a different motive. Like you said,
Right,
it's all
and then
about
you
the
should,
motive.
and then as the friend, you should be able to peep that and be like, all right, now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know if you saying that we ain't got that type of etiquette. There's folks who don't care.
Nah, I'm saying that I think that is lost in this.
I don't think so.
I think it's lost.
I
Well-
feel like a lot of things that people are saying are lost. It's not rare. People don't. They don't care to put it out there that it's being done. You get what I mean? Like the bad is what's being promoted, more so to say, about women or men not caring about their friends' boundaries and things like that. You know?
Right.
Can I share another thing that's lost? How many people do this? Like when you driving and you need to get off, but you all the way in the left lane, right? And so somebody lets you over. How many of y'all know you're supposed to wave your hand out the window like, hey, thanks for.
You're supposed
You know
to.
what I'm saying? People don't do that no more.
Or you hit the honk one time if it's too cold
Something
outside.
like that.
I
don't
do.
see that more. Like,
But-
I'm driving like, nigga, I let you over. You gonna stick your hand out the window? Damn. That's motherfuckers. Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of help, there's a food shortage coming up in the United States. There's not enough workers to keep pushing out the produce. Is there too many entrepreneurs?
Oh, that's
Or is it
good.
just the content that you see? Because I feel like everybody's not an entrepreneur.
What?
Everybody want to be a boss. It's a food shortage.
Because of who we are, and like I feel like our time feed, like on our Instagrams and stuff, which is majority of what we see every day is social media. I feel like because we are entrepreneurs or we talk about
We too
entrepreneurship,
good for a
that's
job.
no, I'm saying because we talk about it, that's what comes up on our feed all the time. So I feel like that's what we see. It might not be the fact that there's a bunch of entrepreneurs. It might just be a bunch of people that just can't find work because they don't want to get a vaccine or because the
That's
job that they see is not what they want.
That's a big topic too. I know a few people that left their job because they did not want to get vaccinated, and now they have a GoFundMe.
Ooh.
If I'm honest, yeah, that's real. But too many entrepreneurs. But here's my question about that, and I'm not privy on this subject or this topic. As far as on why there will be a food shortage, I have heard that before too, Cody, and I'm like, wow, like how the hell that happened?
I just feel like it's another distraction for us. Like every time they say something's happening or something crazy is about to happen, it's just like they over exaggerate. People go out and fucking do all this crazy ass shit preparing for these shortages.
Spending money too.
Exactly, unnecessary.
Also,
What are they
gimmicks.
If you think about it, like there are restrictions on
The amounts.
the boats that are at borders to bring in certain foods or products and things and such.
That's because they don't have the people to actually
it.
unload it. That's the problem.
and that's the issue. I believe, the younger generation is our generation are going to be people who are going to continue to put the work in older, like the generations in a sense.
Yeah.
Because the younger generation, they're
We the
more
legs.
so.
The legs of the operation.
Ooh. I'm talking about younger than us. Like they're all doing their own thing.
Right. They
And
already got
entrepreneurship.
businesses. 9-year-olds,
clothing brands, just like our
15-year-olds.
girl over here, Tasha Hughes. We're gonna bring her up. We're gonna talk about her beautiful business coming
in a hot
on.
7 minutes.
So we're gonna take a quick break.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
Quick break, man. Don't change the dial. We'll be right here with your fam at the table. Peanut Brittle, Shikasay, Rafe.
NTF,
what
yes,
it do?
Gray. You
Bye-bye.
are right.
Bang bang.
We're gonna talk
Bang
about
bang.
it. Okay, get off. You know what? Please.
As we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Some time and you'll see, you know that I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Said we gon' see. We gon' see. Baby, we gon' see. Said we gon' see. We gon' see. Baby, we gon' see. Said we gon' see. We gon' see. Baby, we gon' see. We gon' see. We gon' just wanna know that I'm ready. Oh, I can feel that you're in love with me, but you're in situations you can't leave, and it's taking all your time. If you give me your heart, then you'll see and know that I'm ready. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
Let go. Okay. Let go. Time and time again, and I've been hustling for my whole name. Take the whole thing. Whole thing. My last name. Time and time again, and I've been hustling for
on my leg now. Shawty looking bad enough to get my leg now. Shawty wanna smoke, lay up, kick it with the whole gang. Can she take the whole thing? Why say in my whole name? Time and time again, and I've been hustling for my leg now. Shawty looking bad enough to get my leg now. Shawty wanna kick it, stay up, kick it with the whole gang. Can she take the whole thing? Why say in my whole name? The whole thing. Can she take the whole thing? The whole thing. Why say in my whole name? The whole thing. The whole thing. Don't you be ashamed. I wanna see, can you change? Cause you been reckless. Hey babe, you know what time it is. That would match your necklace. Shawty flex. I'm getting obsession. Baby girl, I want it. So why you flexing? Don't make me next you. Hey, you don't want me to check you. So why you checking me? Can't check me unless you been checking in on me, baby. Why you just can't see? Hey, time can't. I'm in these streets. I be deep, me and my peeps. You been blocking. You been blocking. Time and time again, and I've been hustling for my leg now. Shawty looking bad enough to get my leg now. Shawty wanna kick it, stay up, kick it with the whole gang. Can she take the whole thing? Why say in my whole name? Time and time again, and I've been hustling for my leg now. Shawty looking bad enough to get my leg now. Shawty wanna kick it, stay up, smoke it with the whole gang. Can she take the whole thing? Why say in my whole name? The whole thing. Can she take the whole thing? The whole thing. Why say in my whole name? Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. So many women, so much money. I'm getting so many women, so much money. I'm getting so many women, so many women, so many women, so many, so many. Let go, let go, let go. Whole name.
Tripping on it, nigga. Why you switch up on it, nigga? I was really fucking with you. You were really fucking with me. I would do it for less than 5. I was trying to catch a little vibe. Why you trying to play with my mind? Say you want my love, but you ain't ready. Say you want my say you want my time, but you ain't ready. That's the truth, yeah. That's the truth.
Hey, this Kid Money, and you checking in with my dysfunctional family. They told me I did it wrong, but I'm gonna keep this part.
Digital Young King, you are locked in with my dysfunctional family. Yes, sir. What's up? We are Digital Young King. You are locked in with my dysfunctional family. They turned for show. You did. Yes, sir.
No, right. Chords everywhere.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Boom.
To the one and only my dysfunctional family, the most dysfunctional family
The
in
most
the world.
dysfunctional but functional family
In the world.
Listen, don't be taking me out with this Christmas music. Listen, y'all, we are back on the show, and Ashanti was taking us down, Happy Land Town. But listen, we have a special guest at the table, Miss Tasha Hughes.
So great to have
yes, welcome to the table.
The innovator,
Yes.
for having me. I'm so excited.
the fashionista.
So, welcome. How's your day? How was your week?
My week has been pretty good. It really has. I've been preparing for the runway show that's happening this
The what
weekend.
runway show?
Right.
The Black
The
Runway
Black
Experience.
Runway experience show. So really, I've been preparing for that. It's so huge to me. It's gonna actually be my first pop-up shop. So I've been working on everything. As far as my inventory, getting my setup together. So my week has been long,
Yeah.
but exciting because I'm loving the process. Preparing for this show, I'm loving the process.
So sometimes it's about the journey. You know what I mean? Not necessarily the destination.
And I told someone that today, actually. I was like, everything, because I found myself, rushing around today a lot more than I've been the past couple of days. And I said the exact same thing. Like, everything that's going on is really a part of the journey. It's a part of the process. So I'm feeling it, and I do feel it. And it's amazing. It's amazing.
So I love to hear that. I hear the passion behind your,
Can't
your,
wait to
your
see.
creativity.
I'm sure it's gonna be dope.
So, you have your own clothing brand.
I do have my own clothing brand, yes. It's called Bingoli, the House of Bingoli. It's a luxury streetwear brand, and I've had this brand for really a couple years now.
Okay.
So I'm excited, building it up, It's
Are we
definitely
representing the piece right now?
Oh no!
All right.
I spray painted. I'm big on paint, so I definitely painted the jacket. But no, this is not one of my originals.
Okay.
But everyone will definitely see me this weekend.
That's a hot jacket too. You got
That's
stuff
what I
for
was
men?
asking.
You got stuff for the guys because we
do.
get neglected. You know what I'm saying?
No, she got something for everybody.
Yeah, you see, when she first came in, she asked me, like, what was your size? Because a lot of the stuff that I do have now, I actually have my ready-to-wear collection. Because really, Bingoli is a custom clothing brand. But lately, I've been, getting my ready-to-wear pieces going on. And honestly, it low-key caters to men.
Ready to wear. Is that something to throw on easy? Or,
Yeah,
and
you
walk
got
through.
your sweatsuits, you got your crew necks, track suits, hats, different little things. So it's definitely fire.
Okay.
So what I wanted to ask you is where Bengali came from, and what was the inspiration behind Bengali?
Okay, so Bingoli was pretty much my father's clothing brand. We were both fashion designers. My brand was actually called Mac 11 at first because my name, it was Tasha Mac back in high school, so it was Mac 11. My dad had the brand Bingoli, and I was the streetwear designer, and he was the luxury designer. So he designed,
hard.
he worked with leather. His stuff was like 500 up. He wasn't selling nothing less than 500. And he ended up getting killed November 2017. So
sorry to hear that.
Ready, rest.
Thank you. So
Rest in peace. Rest in power.
it definitely don't seem like it's been that long. I promise you, I feel like it just happened. But I ended up just changing my whole brand name to Bingoli and just combining both aesthetics. So now it's a high-end luxury streetwear brand.
Nice.
And I'm definitely carrying the brand for both me and my dad because he never got a chance to actually launch it big how it was supposed to be launched. So
let the legacy continue,
So you
right?
carrying that
And you're
legacy.
carrying it well.
Yeah.
You're carrying it well.
yes,
what's up.
yes.
And so you say you technically combine those pieces. Would you say, well, you had to be very talented to do that. So you went to school for it, and
Okay, so
tell us that journey. Like,
So I did go to school for fashion, and honestly, I don't even know. It really just popped in my head because when I first got in college, I was undecided for like 2 years. Then going into my junior year of college, I just up and said, I'm about to, because I was going to school in Carbondale at first, so I just up and said,
where is that?
Carbondale, Illinois. It's probably like 4 hours, 3 or 4
Are
hours
you from here?
away from Chicago. No, I'm from
Where you from?
Chicago.
See, I knew, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the top.
Yeah, Chicago. So I was going to Carbondale at first, and I was undecided for 2 years. Mind y'all, I never made nothing like ever, like really before. So coming into my junior year, it's time to enroll for classes. I just woke up and was like, I'm finna design clothes. I'm about to move to Atlanta.
There you go.
And everybody was so like, what? Like, what are you talking about? You've been undecided for 2 years. Like, what? And I'm like, you're right, but I'm finna move to Atlanta. Long story short, I moved to Atlanta, went to school for it, and it was crazy because since I had never designed nothing before for real, when it came time for me to actually design something for one of my classes,
my professor's reaction, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of scared me a little bit because
How they you gotta show us how they did it. You can't just tell us like straight up.
So when we did get in school, we had a class that was called draping, where we had to use a dress form and pretty much just envision in our head what we wanted, and it's a way of draping a whole garment just on a fabric. Mm-hmm. So here I am, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know what I was doing for real. But it was my assignment, so I'm like, I don't want to seem like no rookie in this class full of people who knew they wanted to design. So I just started pinning stuff to this mannequin, like literally pinning stuff together. And I didn't know how to take it off the mannequin and sew it together after I had put it together. So my mentors at CAU, my professors, they definitely did their stuff because they walked me through. Of course, it was my ideas, but they walked me through how to, actually sew it together as one. Yeah. And when I finally did it, it's like the way the professors was like coming in the classroom, like, Miss Hughes, like,
you wanted something.
That's the one. Okay. And I was like, wait, what? Like, are y'all sure? Like, hold on. Like, in every assignment after that, I just noticed that they would be like, Miss Hughes, that's the one. And they would just walk out. So I'm like, and I guess it was because I went to an HBCU as to why they pumped me up the way they did. Because that's the one thing I could say about going to an HBCU. Now, imagine, it's not required to go to school for fashion at all. But because I chose to go to this HBCU for fashion, they sent this black girl the slightest bit of talent. Because I kept saying, like, y'all, I don't know what I'm doing for it. I don't know how to draw. But I just kept, because it was my assignments, I was just doing stuff to turn it in and have something done. And I'm just like, if these folks saying I'm doing a pretty good job, if they saying that what I'm doing is kind of legit, I kept doing it, and it just got to a point where they started putting me in contests, they started.
And so with the contest that you were put in, what was the greatest achievement? Yeah, so, I mean, we hear the college story now. You probably achieved some things that took you to a different level, and have you designed pieces as personalized? Have they been for industry people? Have they been for people like the mayors or council people? Like, who all have you designed for it?
Yes, okay, so so I was put into a contest. It was called the National Black Arts Festival. All the design schools in Atlanta and Savannah, Georgia, we all came together, and it was like 4 students from each school. That contest is what really, really put me out there on like the high-end map. It was a partnership with Neiman Marcus. Long story short, I had worked on this garment. It was a coat and a jumpsuit. I worked on this piece for a couple weeks, maybe like a little over a month. Entered the contest, and I ended up winning. Okay. The reward for winning was pretty much you got a cash prize, and then you got a chance to display your pieces in Neiman Marcus. Not only was my
and
stuff,
she won. Y'all
great.
Hear that?
Yes.
She won. Okay, let's give her some props. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I definitely won. Alongside, it was 2 other girls from SCAD that won as well, but my stuff was definitely on display with no bad stuff. So let me just throw it out there. But when I won, it pretty much made it to a point where not only did they put me in, their display window, but I had an event actually to where they welcomed me kind of like into the high-end field. They shut the whole Neiman Marcus down, shut all the shops down, and it was an event where my family was invited to, and they kind of just acknowledged the fact that, I designed this piece, and it was huge, and the people that was there was just like, I can't wait to see you, like I can't wait to see your stuff, and I can't wait to see, out here in the high-end fashion field. So after that, that's when, I ended up getting this huge internship with this company called Hadiaki.
Wait, Neiman Marcus,
yeah. I got the internship with Hadiaki, whereas our clientele was Steve Harvey, people in the NBA. Yeah, from there, I don't know if you all heard of a store called Atom. It's a store in the shop to Buckhead. I designed a jacket pretty much for his store. He has celebrity clientele, Rich Boy Party. Pretty much
I'm sure
everybody.
he do.
You know about the brand, Bradley?
It only takes one person.
It's called Atom. Yeah, he had a store in the shop.
Okay.
Yeah. Adams, he has a location in Switzerland and the shops at Buckhead. So I ended up designing a jacket to be put into his store. That turned out so dope. And from there, I just kind of, been doing my thing, maintaining, in the fashion world. I'm trying, my goal is to get, somebody like, Rihanna, Beyonce into a piece, but that takes time.
Sure.
And I'm so humble to the point where I'm so patiently waiting, so.
So, I mean, go ahead, Riley.
I want to see what you got for us, like the men, and not just that, but one question I particularly wanted to ask you is like, what inspiration you draw from? Like, I want to know what stores you like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like what inspires you? Cause I'm a fashion person too. A lot of people don't know this, but I peep game like, oh, that's hard.
He liked to wear the chest out.
You did that.
You got something with the
that's
chest
hard.
out.
That's how you did.
So pretty much a lot of the stores, the first store that I was low key inspired by was Supreme, and I'm sure everybody is familiar with Supreme, and I love that brand because it's so exclusive. They rarely really put out stuff. It's streetwear, but it's luxury streetwear. But it's kind of like merch. So they have like shirts, phone cases. And I just loved how they will always release the minimum, and that minimum would just have the crowd going crazy. And that's pretty much what I wanted for my brand, was for it to be one of the most influential brands of the millennial time. That's what I got from Supreme. As far as like the looks and everything in the high fashion, I love Gucci because it's like anytime it's time for them to put on a fashion show, the visuals.
You know that movie coming out soon, House of Gucci. When you said House of which guy, that's what I was reminded of. I'm like, that's what it's like, House of Gucci. Like, so you going of it, and I definitely would like to be a part of it. You know what I mean? But one of the particular questions I want to ask you, which is also on our topic docket, is that and I wanted to get your personal opinion because you're an entrepreneur, you're selling products and services and things of that nature, and also coming out as a new brand. How do you feel about giving pieces away versus charging all the time for stuff like that? And I get it. Like somebody like Supreme, they can charge because they're already an established brand. We are Supreme. Hell, we're Supreme. Yeah. Goddamn. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So as far as like on your business aspect, how do you feel about giving pieces away? And I don't want to say give it like, not just we just look for something for cheap, but just giving products out
as a promotional.
Just to get started, just to get that boost on. Oh, where you get that from? You know what I mean?
Let her answer. Okay, so it's definitely two parts that I want to answer to that question. When it comes to customs, I will only honestly give my customs out to a person like of the status, as far as like, maybe Gucci Man, maybe T.I.
Okay.
One of those I would like love her, someone from where I'm from, I would definitely send one of them a coat. I would. But as far as like, a t-shirt, this and that, I definitely will, give it away. But my things that are like luxury and price, as far as a custom, like I said, I can only see myself giving it away as like, maybe a gift box to a celebrity. Hey, I love you, I love what you do, I feel like your music represents my aesthetic, here. But as far as like,
so is it only just music stars, or is
just
it
celebrities?
Like
so a nigga like me can't get no jacket.
Of course.
No.
Yes. No. But of course, we know these days social media is the most influential part when it comes to these brands.
There's people who are not necessarily celebrities. Would you consider collabing with a creator?
I would. I definitely would. They just have to have some type of social media presence.
Following,
Right.
You have to have some type of social media presence to make it worth it.
Yes,
definitely. It's all about working together.
Because from me working with you, I know it takes a lot to put into a jacket. It takes a lot to put into something just to give it away and not to.
The Crown Royal jacket, and that took a lot. When I tell you, when you make a jacket, it's pretty much like you're making the same jacket 3 times. You have to make the outer shell, you have to make the interface, you have to make the lining. You're making all of this stuff 3 times or more. Because like I said, you about 4 because you have to make the sample first, and then the 3 layers to the main jacket.
Girl, you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
I see the passion in your eyes and in your body language. You know what you're
When
doing.
she talk about it.
You doing this.
So, okay, we've talked about what you're doing so far. So you're doing the show coming up.
Yes,
this Saturday, the Black Runway Experience. And is this your first show that you've done, or have you put on your own?
I've definitely done quite a few fashion shows. I've put on a few fashion shows, especially throughout college. But this one is so special because, like I said, I've never done a pop-up shop. And from me, I've definitely went to the event before. I was actually supporting my friend Shanti, who had her pop-up shop, her table set up the last time that the event went on.
You was there?
Yes, I was there.
Girl, you didn't see me on the stage. I was there with my
I think you held her baby, actually. I'm almost positive you held her baby.
Pink furry skirt, yes, I was definitely there. I had the money purse.
She was the one who keys got missing.
Oh, damn. Your keys went missing.
And I was looking for your keys upstairs in the loft, like, you know what I mean? Okay.
That event was so dope. And like I said, for me going to pop-up shops, I realized that.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7 mother.
7's mine.
Okay,
yes.
all right.
I told you.
She
Everybody know your
to the
baby
studio
and not
session.
you.
7's so cool.
Everybody knowing 7. That's so
7's so cool
How
for
old is
her.
7?
He just turned 1 year old, September 22nd.
That's 7 mother. But let me shake your hand. Hey.
Oh, now
Lord,
look.
that's me. Okay.
We need to know this. Are you taking? Because Bradley is on the prowl.
I'm single.
All right, Bradley.
So speaking of 7, is there a cutoff for the amount of kids that you are willing to date a man? Like if a man has 5, 6, 7 kids, what's your cutoff?
Bradley got about 10.
And could you date a man that has a child that's close to your age?
Bradley got about 10 kids. So if you gonna go
Bradley
with
don't got no kids.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie.
So that was you that pulled up at my spot.
See?
Okay, it's coming back. All right.
I put up to your spot. I'm finna answer that. I put up to your spot.
Remember when you had to pick 7 up? That was his house. When I was in the studio, that was his house.
Yeah, that's me.
At the apartments, when you had to pick 7 up, when you brought me the crab legs.
That's right. And I put them in your back seat, strap them in, say bye. I said I was more acquainted with 7 than with you.
But okay, so as far as the kids, I'm not gonna. Okay, so where I'm at in my life, in my career, there's definitely nothing wrong with a male, with kids. I just understand that having kids, a lot comes with that. A lot.
Baby
comes
mama
with
drama.
That. So me personally, I will give an exception, but I did say the next man that I want to date, I don't want him to have no kids. And it may sound crazy because I have a son, but
a lot of people, a lot of men probably like, what, you got a baby?
Yeah, I know.
But it's a difference between 1 and 5. When you got 1 kid.
When you got 1, yeah, I definitely would.
What about 2?
I do too.
It was the look back. You said.
Because now that I'm a mom, I understand, and I need to. I take his child's mother into consideration. So if he has 2, I just need to monitor how often does he get his child. How often does he, if he's a great dad, then yes. But me being a mother, I understand what that other woman needs. So I don't want to be dating your man, and he got 2, 3 kids, and you at home wanting him to get his kids, and he's spending time with me. Like, it just got.
You want to take.
You got to add up.
You got to have a balance.
You want to take him from his home.
It has to be some type of balance, But other than that, I definitely respect it. But if you're a great father, we can make it work.
Y'all hear that, fellas?
Right.
So y'all can make it work.
So could you date somebody whose child is almost your age? Like say they child like 23, and you 27.
I'm not gonna lie. I've always said I did not want to date older men. Honestly, my cutoff is about 29. I'm not gonna lie, 29, 30. I don't think a 30-year-old.
You can't fuck with me no way. So.
I don't think a 30-year-old will have a child.
Chill.
My age,
Chill.
I felt like my cutoff age was about 30.
Okay, so Tyshawn is 33 with no kids.
Why she keep
How
trying
that
to
work?
put me on damn Amazon like I'm for sale?
Yo, Dad,
Why she put me on? Look,
hotel.
I'm good. I'm dating somebody. We all right. I'm chill out.
I was giving an example. A 33-year-old. Okay, I'm giving an example. You're an aesthetic. Back up. You're just a prop. A 33-year-old man with no kids. How that work?
Don gone, and now I'm just a prop.
Hey, man.
I can't take this shit.
I love you though.
It is so
Whatever.
crazy because my favorite quote is, "I wish I could play build a nigga." How you can play build a nigga? I wish I could play build a nigga. Honestly, I don't think there will ever.
No. We gonna jump back into our relationship segment. No, you wouldn't. If you built him, can I say if you built him, you would not appreciate it.
No, let her
Because you made him.
It's a point.
No, I can't understand. Because if I could just take certain parts of you and then this part
Don is gone, and now I'm being bullied by these women. Lord help me.
Listen to
I
Tasha.
can't
There's
do
always
this.
gonna be at least something that you dislike in a man that the man that you really like has. It's not okay. Like you could really like this guy, but one of the things that you said was kind of a non-negotiable. He slightly has this situation, but everything else is A1, and it's like, dang, nothing is ever gonna be exactly how you want it. At least that
So
shit.
you gonna cut him off?
That's,
Can-
Wait, are you cutting him
No,
off?
I wouldn't cut him off.
I was about to say.
Of course I
You want the
wouldn't
bell,
cut him
baby? Go ahead.
But that's why I say.
Let me speak.
That's why I say, sometimes you just gotta look at the situation, and just maneuver around it and see what works for y'all, and you just can't ignore red flags. That's just
What you got to say, bro?
Let me speak as a man, because I was heavily in love with the woman that had 4 kids.
You said 14?
14.
Cody
Who the hell got
comments.
14?
How old were you?
You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Don? Listen in the building. He said,
Don, where you at, bro?
He said, what's up?
They
Me
trying
too
to
movement.
Don. They try to bully me, bro.
My name is
I need you to pull up.
AMPM. Said, dang, they gonna objectify a brother as a prop.
Oh,
You feel what I'm saying? Now
Don
I'm see
said
what
he
happened.
too movement. Don.
we love you.
You tripping, bro? Look, all right. So I'm gonna just speak on my experience from when I was heavily in love with the woman that had 4 children. You know what I mean? Now, I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? And any man that's planning to marry someone, right, and come into a household or whatever, right, it's for me to lead the household in the direction that I see fit for it to go. But when you in that stepfather role, you know what I mean? And when it comes to them stepkids and the parents don't fully buy in, I don't want to say buy in, but the biological parent has to allow the step parent to actually be a part. So if I'm leading and I feel like it's time for the kids to cut the goddamn game off, they got school in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It's time for them to cut the damn game off and go to bed because they got school in the morning or whatever have you. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna say this, a lot of the step parents, they are just the side thought.
That is not true, because let me tell you something. I got I got a stepdaddy and I had a stepmama. And
I thought you said you had step kids. I'm like, wait, what?
Let me finish though.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Let me
mean
finish.
what you say and say what you mean.
I'm gonna bring back that 2-minute clock because we get 2 minutes to talk.
Well, yeah,
it's only been 20. It's only been 20 seconds. It's only been 20 seconds, right? But that biological parent must, you know what I'm saying, must buy into that vision that, okay, this is your stepfather or whatever have you or whatever, right? We are on that program. You know what I mean? We're on that program. You know, you have to allow that person to come and be a father. You have to come and allow that person, you know, to be a part. But if he just some side thought, well, you ain't got to listen to what he say. They ain't my daddy. And that's what scared men away, because men are men. I would refuse to come into a household and my shit is everything I say. They take about 25.
2 minutes are up.
Oh my
yes,
God!
okay,
Would you
so
finish what you say what you really
I
wanted
originally
to say.
asked this question, one, because it's somebody that wants to talk to me, and his ass is 40-some years old. He won't fucking let the shit go, and he got a child that's like almost 20, and he's like, "Oh, you gonna be my son's stepmother?" And I'm like, "Huh?" Like, I cannot.
Girl, he was flirting with you.
I cannot envision.
It was a bad flirt, but he that's what that was.
No, this is like a consistent thing that he says. But I'm just saying, like, the thing is, I can't look at somebody that's damn near my age. Like, that's like my little brother. Like, he's my little brother's age. I can't look at my little brother. Well, I do look at him as my child, but I can't look at somebody else's child and say, like, oh, go do this, go do your chores, and feel like I have some type of authority over somebody that's damn near my age.
Can I tell you something?
So what about when
can I tell you something? My stepmother.
Can I finish my 2 minutes?
What about
She's right.
What about when someone's your uncle or your auntie and y'all the same age?
And I have an auntie that's the same age as me. I haven't actually met her. And my mother, I asked her when I was younger. I was 18. I think she was 21. And I was like, "Do you expect me to call her auntie?" And she was like, "Yeah, you better call her auntie." I said, I was just asking you that as a courtesy. I'm not calling her auntie. One, I don't know her.
Yeah, you see that?
One, I don't know her. And two, we the same
that?
age. My oldest brother is freaking 46 years old.
Why does that matter?
He's 46 years old.
You should respect the position, not the technicality.
And on top of that, my mother is my sibling's stepmother. I don't see how she did it. Like, I don't see how my brother looked at my mother as a stepmother figure when my mother is only 2 years older than him. I think that's weird. I always thought that was weird.
My stepmother is 5 years older than me. And it's perfectly fine to respect the office of a person Rather
Yeah,
than,
you can respect.
No, rather than the technicality. Let me finish 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't finish
when
mine.
when I speak to my stepmother, it's on that stepmother stepson vibe. She gives me career advice. You know what I mean? Because she's very professional. You got 3, 4, 5 more degrees than the damn thermometer. You know what I mean? Although we're close in age, this is my father's wife. You know what I mean? So I handle her so. You know what I mean? And she handles me so. As far as this is my stepson. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with dealing with people in the position that they are in.
Well, I actually never met her, so I never even had the opportunity to call her auntie. Anyway, I probably, I don't know.
What about you?
Let's
What's
see.
what's your take on it? Have you had a stepfather for your son? Like, what's the give us your take on that, young lady?
He only one.
Yeah. He hasn't even had the opportunity to honestly have a stepfather yet. I've definitely dated, you know, but my son didn't really get the chance to even really get close to those guys enough. But, you know, I definitely do want, like, I keep my son in mind when I'm thinking of the next man that I'm dealing with, you know. I don't know, I do want him to have a mature mind. I mean, of course, you know, he wouldn't be anybody younger than me, you know, to whereas if it does last and my son gets older, he won't be looking at him like, you know.
Yeah, it's easier
What if he had a
when they
kid
meet
when
him
he was
as a
young?
baby. Yeah.
What if
The guy that you dating had a kid when he was young. You wouldn't date him if he was close to your age. If
I
son
mean,
or daughter was close to your age.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't even pretty much mind the age of their child. If the person was like my age, because I'm 27. So if somebody had a child that was like 6 or
27. You don't want somebody 29, girl? No.
Yeah, and no, that's
Hell
why.
no.
Remember, I said, you know, but then again, I feel
remember.
like that choice has low key been biting me in the butt because I said I want someone my age, but the guys my age is like
Immature.
mentally,
Not ready.
They're very immature. So
Not
that's
ready.
why I'm like, damn, like, is this like? Really
You afraid
what
of
I-
dating older?
I'm not gonna say I'm afraid of dating, but honestly, the history of me seeing others date older people, there's always some kind of mind game that's involved. The older guy, of course, you know, as women, as people, we have our own individual minds. But I've noticed older guys always try to play that mind game because him knowing that he's older than her, and that's why I'm just like, I ain't got time for this shit.
I think it's healthy when a man is a good 5 to 6, 7 years older. You know what I mean? Because this way he can effectively lead because he's been where you've been.
You're right, and I promise
You know?
you're right, and I feel like that's probably where I've been going wrong with my dating life. The guys have been around my age.
Yeah, come out
and
the
that's
damn
really
high school.
The one thing
Wow.
that I haven't been
Wow,
satisfied
Bradley.
with is their mindset. Honestly,
And that goes with men mindset sometimes aren't, you know, as up to par, you know, where it needs to be in order to date a very eligible woman.
That was
Very
a skit.
you know.
yeah, especially when you are an entrepreneur, when you have higher aspirations, a lot of people can't relate to that. They really genuinely can't relate, and it's like when
But
you're
then a lot
always-
of people are trying to relate to that. Would you say there's a lot of entrepreneurs out here? What if could you date
There's
another
a lot
entrepreneur?
of,
would
and
say
no, and
everybody
that's
is
what
an
I was gonna comment
Earlier.
when you all were talking about. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out here, but the thing is, people like the concept of being called the entrepreneur. People
It's a
like
fad.
The idea of it. They don't really know. I'm not gonna say they don't know the work. I don't feel like a lot of people, and I'm not bashing anyone because we all can do anything that we set our minds to out here. But a lot of people, they don't want to really put in the work to become a real entrepreneur. They have one business venture, it fails, they pretty much quit. They don't really want to, you know, stick to something. I'm not going to say stay down, so they don't really want to stay up with something, you know, and really push that one thing. So I feel like that's why entrepreneurship fails a lot of the time, you know. We all fail and get back up, but I just think these days people like being called entrepreneur, but
Right.
not doing all that it takes to create that longevity.
You know, I heard something recently. It's like you may be a business owner, but are you a business operator? You know what I mean?
2-minute timer.
I just started 10. They, young lady, they get on me a lot, and it's gonna be worse since we don't. Since I don't have my.
She had a
counterpart.
timer. I asked her, was that for?
Anyways,
We talking.
She was finished. I asked her a question. So 'cause it sounds like, and I agree with you. I think that term entrepreneur is more of a fad, more of a, you know what I mean, more of a popular thing for us to say these days rather than actually being so.
Can you hold the stature of an entrepreneur?
yeah. Do
You
you think
know?
everyone can be, or do we need people who are actually people who help us build
that.
What about
industry.
the ideapreneurs? I heard that
Get
one.
the
That's a no. That was
That's
in
a real thing. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard of that too.
You
I've heard of that.
I've heard about it too. The ones who have the idea and who really take this idea and keep planning on it, but never actually move on it, and they may talk about it so much to the point where someone else take their idea and kind of
They do it.
I've definitely heard. I was talking to a guy at the airport who had a clothing brand that happened to him, so that's how I know it's possible. For you to have an idea.
What are they called?
Ideapreneurs.
Ideapreneurs.
Like
Yeah.
you might
That's
just
real
be
talk,
the
though.
you like my assistant. She give me ideas all the time. A lot of the shit that come up on my thing, I don't be thinking.
She's
of.
not a doer, in a sense.
No, she is a doer. She'll just go up there and post.
She's a person who comes up. She's a person who has a lot of good ideas.
Yeah, she does.
A lot of good ideas, but don't really know what to do with it sometimes without running across someone, running the idea across someone. Yeah.
So, as being an entrepreneur, in the fashion industry, and as a strong woman that has her own brand, is there a power in procedure and routine? Do you have a routine and procedure as you're creating and doing these things?
Honestly,
what does that look like?
I do have a procedure. I definitely do have a procedure. Now that I have a son, whenever I'm in the process of, working on something, I have to move really strategically when it comes to doing stuff like that. But honestly, a big part of my procedure is meditation. You have to always stay calm.
Talk about
And,
that.
because
What exactly is meditation? Sorry to cut you off, but I just struggle with understanding what that is.
pretty much meditation is just listening and letting everything pretty much come inside of you. Because a lot of the times, we pray, we talk to God, which is cool. Meditation is listening and letting, God, letting the universe speak to us. Taking those deep breaths to kind of clear your mind out. And some people really don't know how to meditate. Well, one thing that I can describe that I do that kind of helps clear my mind and help me move forward with my thoughts is just kind of inhaling in and breathing out of my mouth. Sitting in a comfortable position, upright, straight.
What position?
Legs folded, back not arched, hands on the
Are you
side.
gonna start practicing?
I'm trying to, because they say I need to. Just
It's
to,
a great
you
thing.
do. And honestly,
finish
I've
with the
burned.
formation because he was really taking it in. Everyone needs to know.
I really would like to get
Yeah,
into
I
that.
sit on the floor. I sit on the floor a lot. I sit on the floor, legs crossed, back up, right. Don't arch your back. Hands on the side. You want to close your eyes and you want to breathe in your nose all the way until you can't breathe no more. And then let it out your mouth. Literally. And then let it out your mouth. And I promise you, if you do that consistently enough times, it will literally clear your mind. And honestly, when you're done, it'll leave you feeling happy.
Really?
And I have to really do that consistently through my processes because anybody who designs clothes knows designing clothes, it comes with a lot of mistakes. You gotta do the same thing 2, 3, 4, 5 times, take stuff apart, put it back together. It takes a lot and it comes with a lot of frustration. So you really have to, meditate. I burn a lot of Palo Santos. I burn, a lot of sage.
You burn a lot of what?
Palo Santos.
What's that?
That's pretty much a herb that we burn, and it's pretty much herbs combined in one that you burn, and it helps maintain good energy. Sage eliminates good energy, keeps good energy away. Bad energy. I'm sorry. Sage eliminates bad energy, keeps bad energy away. Palo Santos helps maintain the good energy and spirits around you.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I do to kind of maintain the energy while I'm designing, because it's real for a
As you
creator.
should, man. You need that to flow, and I know exactly what you're saying because you can have it flowing around you, and then sometimes it can just like disappear.
Yeah.
And then you just like, okay, but I gotta stay motivated and in it, and so you do that every time you're creating. That's your routine.
Yeah.
Right.
And do you have a routine in the morning to help get you motivated
all
and
about
get throughout the day?
What are some of your favorite pieces that you create? Like, do you make dresses? What kind of pieces do you make?
I know how to make dresses, but honestly, what I do more, I specialize in jackets and coats. That's honestly my thing.
I'm a jacket guy, yeah. So
I'm branching into doing more fitted pieces, like, jumpsuits, but my thing is jackets and coats. And that's only because in fashion, I don't know if everyone else get dressed this way, but in fashion, everything starts with that top piece. If it's cold outside and you want to still be fashionable, you're going to pick out that jacket first. So I pick out my top shell, and then I pretty much pick my outfit around whatever jacket I'm wearing. And that's pretty much how I do it. And that's why I consider them statement pieces. If your birthday coming up, you need something to wear, you don't have nothing to wear, just come to Bingoli. We're going to have some raw
Come to
ass
wear
jacket And all you gotta do is just
Bengali.
Speaking of birthdays,
Peace with all black, you know. Peace
I like
with
that
all
name,
white.
Bengali.
Bengali.
How did you come up with that?
I told you it was my dad's name.
It was your dad's name.
His
Okay, I'm sorry.
nickname,
I have bad memory.
his
Don't-
nickname-
No, I just have bad
no,
short-term
he's old.
memory.
It's okay. He just
Yeah,
got.
all right. Well, we go. His nickname was Bingo, but the brand was Bengali because his nickname was Bingo.
And Bingo was his name. We're
don't
gonna
do
go
that.
to a quick break. Thank you, Miss Tasha, and we will have her back in Smooth Jazz.
Okay.
Hey, this Kid Money, and you checking in with my dysfunctional family. They told me I did it wrong, but I'm gonna keep this part.
Yes, sir. What's up? We are Digital Young King. You are locked in with my dysfunctional family. They turned for show. You did. Yes, sir.
It ain't that I need you, baby, I want you.
Palace, what you cooking?
It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it take, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it take, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. You loud through the spot, I gotta let you know. I want you forever, I can feel it in my soul. Kept it real from the start, that's what I love about you. Even when they talking down, girl, I'm still vouching. Can't nobody change the way that I feel about you. Nobody perfect, gotta find the one that's worth it. You the one, I can finally stop my search. Give you my heart, even though you ain't no surgeon. I was a mess when you met me, I was traumatized. Scared of commitment from the past, they told me nothing but lies. My heart was dead, but when you came, girl, it came alive. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it takes, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too. It ain't that I need you, but baby, I want you. Want you right by my side. Whatever it takes, baby, I'm willing to do it. Just give me your all and I'll do the same too.
Hey, we so allergic to the bull, so what you talking about? I get my heart, you give me yours, and we can swap it out. Or you can be like DJ up my life and walk it out. Or we can stay right here, pipe it up and pipe it out. Don't let me label you a snitch because you telling lies. Hey, don't I keep you on point, bitch, and hella high. Hey, it's your boy Boo, I'm introduced to better time. It's something about you that I keep a nigga mesmerized. Shit, he'll get me every time. She play my songs and let it ride. Girl, I gotta fuck with you, keep it real and hella fine. And you bring me better vibes. Girl, you just so energized. Only time can tell if we gon' let it ride. What's the time?
Rats out, like Serena bought them rats out. Rats out, I'ma pull up through them rats out. Rats out, catch me dripping with these rats out. Rats out, pop out flexing with these rats out. Rats out, like Serena bought them rats out. Oh yeah, rats out, I'ma pull up through them rats out. Oh yeah, rats out, catch me dripping with these rats out. Oh yeah, rats out, pop out flexing with these rats out. It's a showdown, best believe I dig your hoe down. All the water, fuck around and make you hold drown. NASCAR, push start, I can't slow down. NASA, going up off the ground. Lately I've been distant, thank the Lord, my only witness. I was down bad in them trenches, asked the Lord for all forgiveness. Living feelings left me vicious, plus I'm driven and ambitious. Gucci duffel with them riches and the Glock with her stitches. I get 60 in 1 minute, watch me flip it like a Jimmy. See no slime right down your chimney, don't care if it about a penny. St. Laurent, I'm rockin' Fendi, pushing that big body Bentley. Make my family proud like Penny, peeping gang these niggas in. For sure we gon' get to the pesos, having these rest, having B-rolls. Was I saying stunning no free code, but you know I hit them like free throws. She ride on like a hula hoop, I'm tryna see if you can voodoo. We ride our class in the billy coupe, bustin' them, I guess a bulletproof. Racks out, like Serena bought them racks out. Racks out, I'ma pull up through them racks out. Racks out, catch me drippin' with these racks out. Racks out, pop out flexin' with these racks out. Racks out, like Serena bought them racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, I'ma pull up through them racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, catch me drippin' with these racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, pop out flexin' with these racks out. Know that I get to the back end, she shaking her head, got it clapping. She know that a young nigga happy. She heard I be having the racks. She know that I'm touching the revenue. Hits back to back like a pickaboo. I get to the back, then I stick a move. For sure that these hoes gon' pick a choose. Hold up, let me go up a level. Tryna see if you can dig it like shovel. Big rocks ain't beef with no pebbles. Bust all on the face like a freckle. Okay, we can bring back down. Speed it up, then slow it back down. Heard I with a talk with a tone. That guala gon' break a bit down. Racks out, like Serena bought them racks out. Racks out, I'ma pull up through them racks out. Racks out, catch me drippin' with these racks out. Racks out, pop out flexin' with these racks out. Racks out, like Serena bought them racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, I'ma pull up through them racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, catch me drippin' with these racks out. Oh yeah, racks out, pop out flexin' with these racks out.
My dysfunctional family, yes sir. Hey, it's your boy Mike Wazowski, and I'm here live with my dysfunctional family, yes sir.
This might be the right time, getting everything that I want is all mine. I got it to blow, I'ma spend it all night. Tell them what you want, have them put it on ice, on ice. That's just what we like.
Hey, shawty got ass like ooh. Baby, this is the same way you used to. Just smoke out the pack and it's kung fu. Run a play, bring it back, and we redo. Me and Don came
Yeah, yeah, for real. You ain't gotta call me every day. You ain't gotta be all up in my face. I'm your, come on. You ain't gotta pop up where I stay, get mad. Now you tryna catch a case, girl. I'm your, baby, I'm just tryna match your vibe. I ain't in the pot, girl, I'm on the side. I'm your, I think we all wanna ride or die, but all of us ain't tryna die to ride, baby. I'm your, yeah, ain't no point, I'm on the side, baby girl, I'm tryna ride. Yeah, you Bunny and I'm Clyde. I might pull up in disguise. I'ma pull up when he dip, when he leave, I ain't high. Ain't a different whoop from they mean the same ride. Though I got a bitch, you ain't trippin', I ain't mine. You catch me in this bitch, he got the shit, I got mine. He got every reason to trip, cause it ain't mine.
He got every reason to trip, but it ain't mine. I can't really trip, baby, cause you ain't mine. I just wanna spend a little time with you. I just wanna catch a little vibe with you. You know how it go when I'm with you. You know how it go. And you can go back to your man. Baby, just stick to your plan. We started. Tryna be my girl, but you cheating right now. What your man gon' think if you see you right now? I ain't with the drama, I just wanna pipe you down.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah. You ain't gotta call me every day. You ain't gotta be all up in my face. I'm your, come on. You ain't gotta pop up where I stay, get mad. Now you tryna catch a case, girl. I'm your, baby, I'm just tryna match your vibe. I ain't in the pot, girl, I'm on the side.
Play with me. Welcome back, welcome back. Y'all, I'm having a great time talking with Miss Tasha Hughes today. The
Tasha
designer.
Mac from back in the day.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. So go ahead.
So you said you're from Chicago, right?
Yes.
So what influence do you think that Chicago has over your fashion?
I like that up top swag too.
Yeah,
So,
and that's the thing. Yeah. Honestly, when it comes to Chicago, we are a city that's all about fashion. And anybody from Chicago that's watching, like, y'all already know, like, my whole high school experience was based off of, like, fashion cliques. So I think, honestly, my style, my aesthetic, me deciding to design streetwear. Because like I told you before, my dad did the luxury, and I was doing streetwear. So I think that's what influenced me where I'm from. You know, so.
Okay. And so, outside of the fashion show, what are you working on?
So I'm adding to my ready-to-wear collection.
Yes.
I'm adding to the ready-to-wear collection on my website, you know, to be able to supply the demand.
What's the website?
houseofbengali.com. So yes, if anybody wants to
spell Bengali for the people.
Bingoli. www.houseofbengali.com. That's pretty much everything that's ready to wear. And actually, after Saturday's show, more stuff will be added. Anything that pretty much doesn't go off the racks for the pop-up shop is definitely going straight to the website. But outside of my ready-to-wear, I'm definitely in the process of growing my custom collection. Because really, I mean, I do want a store location, you know, because I do...
a boutique or something like that, right?
Not necessarily a boutique. I want it to be like a city club. Y'all know...
A city club.
You familiar with the country club?
Yeah.
The country club is pretty much where, you know, the older folks, you know, who's retired with the money, they go, they play golf, they engage. The city club is pretty much going to be the streetwear version of a city club. So that's where, you know, everybody business-wise, you know, all
but this is upscale streetwear, right?
Yeah. So, you know, and I think also me deciding to do the city club is also influenced by Chicago, you know. But, you know, we're just gonna get a whole little vibe, you know.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's where I plan to sell most of my custom pieces out of, because I want the whole thing to be revolved around exclusivity. So I want you to be able to come to the city club to, you know, browse what I have, you know, because, you know, everything's going to be a one-of-one. Because obviously, you know, when it comes to occasions and you wanting statement pieces, you know to come to Bengali to get things that you pretty much wouldn't find anywhere else.
The way it just rolls off the tongue.
So
yeah, and I feel like exclusivity. Slow that down. Exclusivity is important because sometimes I would fall out with the store if too many people start picking that up. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
but you would,
very much
so.
so.
How does that make you feel? You're liking what you're getting from me, and once everyone gets put on, you don't want to support.
Yeah, but
me
if
no
the man
more.
on the
You're not
damn,
a loyal customer
but if the man on the damn corner
supporter.
wearing the same kicks I got on, then
It's no
all,
longer
all of a
exclusive.
sudden it's not hot.
It's no longer exclusive. Is what you're saying?
It's not hot for real. I mean,
What do you think? What's your take on that?
So
as a designer,
That's why I
wasn't
go
finished.
about my business the way I go about it. So when I have my consultations, I pretty much get an idea of where you're going. Where are you gonna wear this to? You know, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Every single time that I've made a custom for someone, they just wanted me to freestyle.
Yeah.
And they have told me, okay, I want
You tap
white.
into your artistry.
I trust you, you know, do your stuff, you know, freestyle, but I want all white. You know, recently I did a pair of all white denim jeans. He wanted them to be some stack jeans. He said, I just want them all white, do your stuff. And he was in love with it. You know, my last client who I did a custom bomber for, he was like, when it comes to the color, I just want it to be black. Other than that, do your stuff. And it's like every time, you know.
And that's valuable.
Yeah, and that's what I really want to build my business off of. People already knowing what I bring to the table and just saying, hey, I'm going to this event on this day. I want it to fit this way and be this color. Do your stuff. Hit me up, you know.
So, you know, I know that you're from Chicago. I know that Kanye West is a big influence for you and that you're a fashion designer. So this recent, past week, Virgil Abdul passed away?
Yes, Virgil, and it's so crazy because I really love everything about Virgil's brand. I love how he was able to go from working with Kanye or under Kanye, working with Kanye to branching off and doing his own thing. Not only did he do his own thing and build such a high clientele and high status for his own brand, but he actually also got a partnership with Louis Vuitton. And I feel like that's what we all look at and we want. You know, anybody who has the aspirations to design clothes, be in the fashion field, we look at Virgil like that's what I want. Because honestly, I never thought that I would be able to see myself in the same room, you know, as Louis Vuitton, you know, as Gucci. But when I saw Virgil, I'm like, and all it took was for him to just put his ideas out there, you know. And I think what made him unique is how he used the quotations for his words, or you know what he do. That is so minimal, but it's so unique, and it left a footprint. So when I saw him do what he do, and Louis Vuitton wanted to put him in control of their brand, and that's why, you know, the unexpected passing of him, it hurt me so much. It really did, because, you know, I learned a lot from him, but I wanted so much more from him. You know, I just wanted to see.
He wasn't finished.
Yeah, and he was, like I said, it's like he had really just popped out. He'd been out for a minute, but really Virgil just popped out with the off-white, you know.
Yeah.
So, all we could do
He's
now
an icon?
is he's definitely an icon.
Definitely an
when
icon.
I tell you, definitely, because I'm not going to let me designing clothes, I still would have wanted to personally ask him in my lifetime, how are you juggling doing off-white, designing for off-white on top of Louis Vuitton? How are you juggling doing both of these brands at one time? Because I'm just working on Bingoli, and I'll be like...
But he probably also doesn't have to personally put those things together by his hand. Somebody might be doing it for him. He's just doing the drawing. Because I couldn't see.
Yeah, but it's just like, you know, Louis Vuitton is such a high status brand, you
Right.
know, and it's so much pressure being put into. Well, I know he knew that he would satisfy the masses either way it goes. But it's just like, wow, you're satisfying us in this area with Off-White, and you also going crazy with Louis Vuitton and their clientele, you know. So
Speaking of masses, what do you think social media has to play with fashion?
When it comes to social media, I think now the biggest play when it comes to that is, you know, TikToks, you know, when it comes to Instagram, it's free marketing.
Right.
Especially TikTok. I've been loving what I've been seeing, you know, how people would, you know, put like 3-4 different outfits in one TikTok. You know, that itself just kind of shows what's possible. You know, switch this up, boom, boom, boom.
Transition
boom.
into
And you know, back in the day, they was paying for billboards. They was paying for stuff they put on TV.
Right.
Honestly,
And now you get more eyes on a
these
TikTok
days, we wake
or
up-
Instagram than anything.
Before we cut the TV on, people are grabbing their phones, going straight on Instagram, and now you can
Before people get out the bed, they grab their phones.
and the promotions to whereas it pops up on the timeline of people who interested in fashion. Your stuff will just pop up.
Yeah,
So
because the
that's
algorithm is
why-
going. Yeah.
That's what I call like mass control. You know?
Right.
And I
Yeah.
think social media is one of the most powerful things today. And I sometimes, you know, you hear people say they're pretty much taking a break from social media. And my reaction is always, hold on, like for what? But I gotta understand, not everyone is really into business. You know, I feel like the most money is made on social media. But like I said,
It
they
is.
use
That's
it-
where people spend most of their time.
Right.
Yeah, they
Right.
use it for different things. But I definitely feel like for any entrepreneur, social media is definitely the plug when
Right.
it comes to
I
Well, fashion, though.
recently,
Where
I recently heard about Zendaya. She is the youngest CFDA Fashion Recipient Award winner for this year. She's the youngest. It's a fashion consultant.
The actor?
Yes.
You're just not finding out about her?
No. This just happened. What was it?
Accepting the award
a few
right?
weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's the youngest ever. Do you feel that this was a big debate too? Do you feel that she deserved that award, or do you feel like there's somebody else that could have deserved it more, or do you feel that social media played a big part in her winning that?
I feel like Zendaya slays for every single thing that she does, and we can't even give all the credit to Zendaya because she has an amazing stylist.
Mm-hmm.
So she definitely deserves it. None of us can deny that any event, and it's okay because she's so versatile. This girl can go from doing a ball cut with a look to doing a bob to doing purple hair. I definitely felt like she deserved it. Of course, there are others out here who deserves it just as much, but just her social media presence itself. You know, she's an actress, you know, so her having a certain crowd who loves her for being an actress also follows her into the fashion field. So yeah.
So when you think of fashion, when you think of designing outside of Bengali, who do you think of first when it comes to, like, let me get some inspiration, or like what are they wearing? Like, who are you looking at?
You mean like a social media brand, like, you know, who?
Like, as far as designers, like fashionistas, like anything. When you think of fashion, when you think of designing, who do you think of?
I think of Tiana Taylor, first of all.
Oh, why did I know you was gonna say that? She seems to be real popular for
because she does have that edgy, look that you have.
She switches it up so much, and I love how she can switch it up. You know, and you know, it's just her style, and it's because of where she's from. Also, she's from up top as well. So that's why I say, being from up top, it definitely influences that streetwear style. But I love Tiana Taylor. But if not Tiana Taylor, Coyle Ray. She's a music artist, but she also slays with those looks, you know. And I look to her, you know. But outside of her, also, so slightly I throw it in one of the other a social media brand. She's very, very popular that I do love. I don't really get inspiration from her because we are two different brands, but I love Milano Di Rouge. I love what she's doing. I love how out there her brand is. You know, I can be at the airport, I can be somewhere out of town. I'm gonna see someone with a Milano Di Rouge shirt on. So it's like I just love how she popped out from Philly, and it's like she's low-key like global.
And say it slowly for them. Milano
Di Rouge.
So
she's from Philly.
We usually have this trending thing, but it's usually with artists. So I want to know your top 5 designers, dead or alive.
My top 5 designers. So I love Versace. I love the luxury that comes with that gold.
Versace's dope. Yeah. That's one of my brands.
I love
Versace ring shade, Versace's chest.
I love the colorways and the themes of the whole design of Gucci. Now the brand itself, you know, I have my ifs, but I love the whole theme when it comes to Gucci. So I have Versace, I have Gucci. I already said I love Balenciaga. I love the weirdness of Balenciaga. The brand is definitely not weird, but I love how
they got some dope shoes too.
It just kind of seemed
I like the fat soles on them.
They just throw out like some of kind of anything, and the way that they market it, it becomes high fashion and fashionable. I love Balenciaga. I love because those are definitely my top 3. Because honestly, I get a lot. I don't get a lot of my inspiration from other. Honestly, it's in my head. I can't really explain it.
That's original.
And I'm not gonna lie. I call myself weird all the time. I call myself weird. And I guess what I call weird is kind of different from what others see it.
They call me weird.
It's a different type of weird that you're saying.
For an example, this is an example. When I was in school, anyone who's ever been in fashion school, you know that in order to create a collection, a full collection in school, you have to draw out 20-something looks to create a collection. When I was doing all that when I was in school, I can't do that. When I'm designing something, I cannot draw it out because I change my mind too much. What I have to do when I'm making something, I just have to get that fabric in hand, and it comes to my head. I can't explain it, but I just go. I don't really look to other people, you know, like, oh, okay, I like that. Well, the 3 that I named, I definitely love. Oh, one more. It's a menswear brand, and it's definitely it is a high end menswear, you know, tailored suit brand. But I love Hadiaki. That's who I said I interned for after college. Hadiaki. It's a bespoke brand.
Okay.
It's a bespoke.
They make suits, custom
Okay.
suits.
Okay.
High end celebrity clientele.
I love that.
Steve Harvey,
I
NBA
love that.
players, all of that, like literally. And I just love how when it comes to their brand, it's all about the experience. And they actually taught me the value of not only creating things that look nice, but create an experience for your clientele to want to be a part of.
Okay.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
and I was going to
It's
ask
based
you.
in
So
Atlanta.
you ship out your designs to people, correct?
Yeah.
And so like whenever you're doing or not giving, but shipping out your own stuff, you do it yourself?
Yeah, I do it myself. Yeah.
Do you have like a message that you like to involve your clientele with to keep them coming, or what's your?
What do you mean?
What's your?
Some brands
stamp?
in their packages they put like little cards or little notes like that
Yeah,
they
what do
want you to remember.
Your clientele to know about your brand.
Pretty much look good and feel good. Looking good and feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted that to pretty much be my message, because back when I started designing, it really was all about me, I'm not gonna lie, because I was new to the fashion world. So I didn't understand that it was really about the consumer and how they feel when they're wearing it. Whether it's wearable, whether it makes them feel, and rewinding, well, fast forwarding to when I had a fitting at Shanti House the other day. Her cousin, who's gonna be one of my models, his name is Sunny. He had on the jacket that he was going to be wearing, and I kept asking him, you know, how do you feel? How do you feel? You know, like, what does it make you feel like? Because I kind of wanted the way that I make the inside of my coats, I make, you know, silk. I wanted to feel nice on the inside. So my whole thing is, when you wear this, I want you to feel popular. I want you to feel like you got it. I want you to feel like, you know,
When you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you do good.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean?
Much, you know? Right. So,
Here's one thing I want to ask you before we go out, because
Yes.
on what you call it. So I want to talk about pricing, and I know that it costs you something to make the material, but sometimes I have this thing of where sometimes in black businesses we overprice things. You know what I mean? It's like, and then the quality is not as good. So I want to talk about pricing versus quality versus, and how do you do your pricing selections when you're selling on your online store, your boutique, or something like that?
My pricing is pretty much based off of how much it costs for the materials, and it's pretty much 3 times that, because the materials definitely aren't cheap, and it definitely depends on what size. Remember, I told you when you're making a jacket, you're pretty much making that same thing 3 times. So I have to buy 3 yards of your main fabric. I have to get 3 yards of that under fabric, 2 yards of the lining, on top of getting a little part for the collar, the basic collar strip, on top of the metals that I only use metals. So pretty much, it's not that I price it based off of how much I spent, but it's the exact total. When it comes to customs, it's the exact total that I spent times 3.
Thank you for answering that.
Thank you for coming
answering
and
that.
sharing
Really.
your experience with your store and your brand with us. You know, we definitely appreciate you coming out here.
Shout out again. Where can the people find you? Go and shop with you.
Yes.
You know,
So,
House of.
You can
Spell
find
it for the
me-
people, because you know that's.
So my Instagram, if you've all have seen a flyer, it is @_Tasha Hughes _TASHAHUGHES. My website is www.houseofbingoli. That's BINGOLI.com. And the Instagram for that Bengali is @_Bengali BINGOLI.
There you go.
Bow bow. There it is.
Wow, you got a drone.
I get it.
Okay.
I had to.
Where can they find you at T-Dot?
Man, they can find me at T._Bradley. Sugar, where can they find you at?
They could follow me at Ashanti Lovely Locks. That's LOVELEE and Locks. They can also follow me at Ashanti Diana. That's ASHANTIDIONNA. And follow my lovely page, _lovely.
Oh, that's that.
Dot
that's
me.
that hash.
LOVELEE. Dot me. And you can also follow my lovely pets And follow my fabulous YouTube, Ashanti Lovely Locks.
Y'all can find me at _codename Wit, and on YouTube, Whitney's World, and it is what it is.
And it is
Where you
what
can
it
see
is.
them
So you gotta
yams.
put all that,
Bang,
all
bang.
that splat
All
on
that.
there. Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my dysfunctional family. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the Nuradio channel, and we will see you guys next week. Same
Every
time.
Wednesday from 6:30.